I've been doing research this morning, and I've gone through, this is printouts on just shirts and clothing. Now, this is the right time frame. This shirt here, let me see if I can get the picture up to the camera. It's a combination of bead and quill work, and it's the pony bead style. And so that is a possibility on that shirt. This is let me get this picture here. Now, this one, I'm thinking, actually now that I look at it, it is a Crow shirt. So I can't use that one. That's a Crow Indian shirt. And you can tell that by the design of the shirt and the pink beads. Now the Blackfeet used pink beads too, but it was much more prevalent in Crow Indian clothing. So that one I won't be using. This is Blackfeet. Let me get the better picture of it. This is a Blackfoot shirt, except it's a later period. It's about 1855, 60, around there, so it's not the right time frame. So I'm not going to use that one. This is a shirt from the right period, and of course that's a Crow Indian with a Crow Indian hairstyle. But the shirt is not Crow, and it's got quill work on it, which is of the time frame that I'm working on too. So that's the second possibility. It's a little plainer. The flap in the front of the shirt doesn't have any kind of paint or beadwork on it or trade cloth sewn onto it. I kind of like the plainness of that. There's just enough color and primitive. It's a little more primitive, which I kind of like. Another interesting thing about the shirt is the sleeve just hangs loose. What it is just a skin that's been wrapped around, and it drapes over the arm, and there's no actual sleeve on the thing, or one that goes up to the wrist. It basically is just like a poncho around the arm, and it's sewn onto the hides that cover the body. So I kind of like that idea too, so that makes it a little even more primitive. All right. You see, one of the problems of seeing clothing, Indian clothing in a museum, is they put them on mannequins that are really aren't the shape and the form of the body, and so it distorts how the clothing would have actually hung on the person. Now, one of the features of this flap is the heavy-duty fringe that's hanging off of it. It's just cut into the flap itself. And so that's what I'm going to do now, is basically reproduce that as best I can. I'm not going to use the Hosta machine for this. I'll just wing it. I've got a real handy item. You can get it at a local art store where they have hand printing supplies. This is a roller for ink, but it's got a great rubber roller on it, and the rubber doesn't tend to stick to the clay as much, so I can roll out the clay on this bamboo cutting board, which has a tendency not to stick to the clay either. It will stick to it. I mean, it's just, you just got to be real careful. That's going to be it for today. I'm not putting in a full day because it is Saturday. I just wanted to come in and get this shirt started. I've got the braids back on. Monday I'll put the hand together and work on the arm and forearm before I start doing the shirt, and the quill work that will go on his shirt as well. The front flap is pointed, the back flap is more rounded, so it actually would be shorter in the back than it is in the front. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you guys Monday.